Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day. Well, take a look at this. Down in Texas we call this chicken fried steak, but I think some people call it country fried. Either way, it's delicious and it's not that hard to make. Let me show you how. You start by throwing a couple of cups of flour into a small bowl, just like that. Next we're going to add some spices. A little salt, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of black pepper, a couple of teaspoons of garlic powder, and some chicken bouillon granules just for extra flavor. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch just for a little fun. So we get that in and give it a good stir, and then put that into the first dish just like that. Alright, now we're going to get an egg and break that into the bowl, and we want a couple of cups of buttermilk. Oh, you have to use buttermilk. If you can't get buttermilk, well, you can use regular milk, I suppose, but it's not as good. Buttermilk is better, and you give that a good mixing, and into the second bowl it goes. Just like that. Now we want to get some heat going under our big skillet, and I have some leftover bacon grease. I'm going to go ahead and use some of that to help add some flavor. And we have some cube steak. I'm going to go ahead and put some pepper on the steak, just like this. Now that's melted enough to pour out of the jar. And we're also going to add enough canola oil to bring that level up to about an inch to inch and a half deep in your frying pan. While that's heating, we're going to go ahead and bread the steak. First you want to put it into the buttermilk mixture and then bring it over to the flour. Give it a really good coating. Make sure that there's no wet spots. You want it nice and dry, covered with the flour. This really isn't hard at all. It's just a matter of doing it. Don't be afraid. We're going to dip it again into the egg, so it's a second dip, a double dip into the buttermilk and egg mixture, and then once more back into the flour. So we're double coating. And then we'll do the second piece exactly the same. Alright, now it's time to get that into the hot skillet. You want that oil to be about 350 degrees temperature. You want it to sizzle when it goes in, bubble like that. And just gently put them in, and you want to let them cook for, 4 or 5 minutes. You just kind of watch it. I just look at it, and when it gets nice and golden brown, then I turn it over. Just like that. So I'm not exactly sure of the time. You'll know, and then let the other side do the very same thing. Once it gets nice and golden brown, it looks like, it looks like fried chicken, or it looks like a chicken fried steak should look. You go ahead and take it out, and just set them aside while you make your gravy. You want a couple of tablespoons of oil, and you heat that in a pan, and add a couple of tablespoons of flour, and you begin to mix it together. Hey, how's your gravy making skills? Gravy's not hard. You just go step by step, and you stir this in and let it all get nice and warm, and you see it bubbling. You want it to bubble like that, and then you just begin to add some milk. I'm going to add about 1.5 cups. Not making that much. It's just for me and my wife. Put some salt and pepper, and it begins to thicken like this. Now you don't want it as thick as your final goal in the pan. Give it a good taste, by the way, because it's going to thicken after it sets. So you want it a little thinner than what you want when you put it on your plate. So we'll go ahead and plate these up now and take a look at this gravy. And this is the test. You always watch them as they pour the gravy out. That's where you can see if it has lumps or not. So take a look at this gravy. It's nice and smooth. So that's just a little secret. You watch other people when they pour their gravy out, and you'll be able to tell whether it's smooth or not. Anyway, let's cut this and have a taste of this chicken fried steak. Oh, it's got a nice coating on it, just the way you want it. Take a look at that. Oh yeah. Well, there you have it. Chicken fried steak and homemade country gravy. It doesn't get any better than that. I hope you give it a try. Hey, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.